This week on Ravens Report, we'll hand out game balls in Los Angeles after that huge win against the Chargers. Plus, the Thanksgiving spirit is alive in Baltimore. And the 9-2 Eagles come to town for some December football, but the Ravens have a recipe on offense that has the king feasting. All that and more coming up on Ravens Report.
They're dancing in the aisles. Oh, what a scene we have at M&T.
Welcome into Ravens Report. I'm Shelby Lasso, and the Ravens are back in the win column after an important 30-23 victory over the Chargers in Los Angeles. Man, there's just something about the lights of primetime that ignite Lamar Jackson. He's now 7-2 on Monday Night Football as a starter with 22 passing touchdowns and no interceptions. Can we just go ahead and start calling him Mr. Monday Night? But now the Ravens turn their attention to the Philadelphia Eagles, the team that sits on top of the NFC East and is riding a 7-game win streak. This will be no easy task for the Ravens on a short week. The Eagles soar into Charm City with the top-ranked defense in the NFL, as well as a top 3 offense that's absolutely loaded with weapons. But before we preview Sunday's matchup, let's join in on the celebration in the Ravens locker room in LA as John Harbaugh hands out the game balls.
We're going to enjoy this for about 7 hours. Then it's going to be about 6:30 in the morning, and everybody's going to go back to sleep except the coaches. Don't worry, we'll be up. We'll get you a great game plan for Wednesday, right? All right, but we're not going to worry about that right now. I want to share a couple things, then we'll give out some balls here. We're going to need a spike. The couple things that were there, it's amazing how this works. But the first one that was sent was be strong and courageous. If I'm being honest with you, it said finally be strong in the Lord. Be strong and courageous, all right? That's what you all did, man. You are strong, courageous guys. I got so much respect for you. This always has been and always will be a player's game. It's always been a player's game. It's always going to be a player's game. To do what you do, to play the way you play, to put your bodies on the line the way you do, it takes courage, man. It takes strength and it takes courage. And you have strength and courage. Let's keep remembering who we are. And you did tonight. And the second thing was, you talk about being 10 points down. All right, 10 points down. It says, this is the one OJ sent. The vision is coming. If it seems slow in coming, wait. It's on the way. It will come at the right time. Did that happen? 10 points down. Nobody flinched. Nobody batted an eye. All right? Everybody just kept playing ball. Everybody kept trusting each other, believing in each other. Fought our way back. Defense, after that 10 points happened, you guys gave up 6 points. 6 points until that very last drive. All right, you shut those boys down. That's a great job. How about Zach Orr for the whole game?
I got you. Just like Coach said, man, this thing about the players, man, and I appreciate y'all, man, to stay with it, keep fighting, man. We had a soldier down. You guys stepped up and picked it up, man. Let's keep this going, bro, because we just getting started like we talked about, man. Keep it going, all right? Appreciate y'all, man.
How about stepping up and stepping in, having a great game. Malik Harrison.
Hey, I love everybody. I love y'all for believing me this whole week. Let's just get ready for next week.
How about fourth down conversions? We had 3 fourth down conversions, right? And the guy ran like crazy. How about Derrick Henry for 2?
I'm gonna give all the credit to everybody up front who blocking, man. The stuff that y'all have, bro. Only reason why I got those is y'all sold out. Y'all did y'all job for me to do my job. Love y'all boys. Let's get ready for this weekend.
Mark Andrews for the other one. Mark Andrews. Fourth down conversion.
We got better today. We made mistakes, but we're on our way, man. Keep doing your job.
How about a career-long 51-yard TD run, Justice Hill? We're going to go spike on that. We're going spike on the Lions, spike. We're going to have a
keep winning. Keep winning.
All right, that's okay. We're good. How about the onside kick recovery? Could have been a line spike, but we're going game ball. Who was it? Who was it? Isaiah Likely. Onside kick. Ready to go home. Ready to go home. How about the offensive line? George Warhawk.
I got one thing to say, guys. Game ball, Coach Harbaugh.
Thank you.
We all know football is a team sport, and when an all-pro like Roquan Smith can't go, you need guys like Malik Harrison to not only step in, but step up, and man, did he do that big time, leading the team with 12 tackles. So, a strong second-half performance from the defense, a defense, by the way, that has not allowed a passing touchdown in 2 straight games, along with 140 rushing yards from King Henry and 2 passing touchdowns from Lamar Jackson. Yeah, that is a formula for continued success. And of course, John Harbaugh defeated his younger brother Jim, so that last game ball from EDC was well-deserved. Coming up on Ravens Report, let's rewind the tape. What did Ray Lewis have to say to the defense on the decisive play of Super Bowl 47? Hear it on Untold Stories after this short break. Ravens Report is brought to you by MedStar Health, the trusted medical team of the Baltimore Ravens and you. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people. And by M&T Bank, the official bank of the Baltimore Ravens. Welcome back to Ravens Report. After all the hype of the horrible older brother John improves his record to 3-0 over his younger brother Jim, plus a preseason victory he reminded me of last week. And you could just feel the brotherly love all week, but someone had to win, and let's just say we're glad it was the Ravens. Now, John's second win over his brother just so happened to be on the biggest stage in football. So let's go back. The date was February 3rd, 2013. The location? New Orleans, Louisiana. It was Super Bowl 47. The Ravens had seen their 22-point lead dip to just 5, and the defense was on its heels again. But Ray Lewis knew they could make one last stand. So let's hear the story directly from the Hall of Famer himself on Untold Stories.
I'm Ray Lewis of the Baltimore Ravens from 1996 to 2012, and these are the Untold Stories. We were battle tested, right? My arm was hanging by the strings. Haloti was out. The game had turned crazily.
San Fran has scored on each of its last 4 possessions. Time for a defensive stand.
But I told Dean, I said, Dean, you gotta listen. We have to pressure him, cable zero train, right up the freaking middle, get the ball out of his hands, and let our back end take care of that. But we got to make him get rid of the ball. And Dean looked at, he was like, this your last ride. We're going out the way. I say, we got to go out blasting. We can't play zone, right? So they done us a little bit of a favor. It wouldn't have worked, but they done us a little bit of a favor. The first time they ran the ball, we jump in, I jump in up on the tackle, boom. Possibly with a Lodi being out, me in the situation I'm in, I probably would have ran Frank Gore probably twice, 2 more times. They decided to throw.
Kaepernick drops the throw, fires near side, complete, but stopped at the 3-yard line and ruled incomplete. Jimmy Smith delivered a massive blow and jarred the ball loose.
It turned into a favor for us because when they decided to throw, we're like, cable zero train. We had practiced it all week. That if we got into a pressure situation on what we're gonna do against San Fran, it's gotta be cable zero train.
Cable zero train. Cable zero train.
And we have come to this. 4th and goal from the 5 with 1:50 left in the Super Bowl.
I went to the guys and I said, listen, this is why we're here. The entire time I'm saying one play. All I need is one play.
One play. One play.
We studied Cap that entire, oh my gosh, those 2 weeks. It's better to pressure Cap because of the back shoulder fade. So the back shoulder fade route, usually you get in trouble if you have a timing quarterback. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, the ones who understand that back shoulder fade, right? Cap was more of a gunslinger. So Cap is gonna slang it in there. So Cable Zero Train gave us the ability to pressure him so that he can't sit there and just throw a bullet, right? Any other coverage, he probably scrambles and makes a big play with his legs. We wanted to take his legs out of it.
One play, D, let's go. Stay strong. Arrow Cable Zero Train.
What does that one play mean? That one play means I don't need you to be a hero. Trust me, don't be a hero. Don't do nothing different. Let's run Cable Zero Train the way everybody knew how to run it, and everybody hit this thing full speed. So I told I said, look, they gonna wanna block me, right? They're not gonna let me make this play. So I said, I'm just gonna run into the center and make sure he does not come back on you. Oh my gosh. 3 plays in a row, the same exact thing. And the guy took me every time, and they let L go free every freaking time.
Colin Kaepernick, he's in the pistol. Frank Gore behind him. Lewis comes on a blitz. Kaepernick lob to the end zone.
When that ball floated over his head,
Incomplete, the defense delivered.
it's a lot of things you can say individually. But when that ball hit the ground, my first response was, that's defense. That's defense at its finest. Like, you talking about retiring, you talking about walking away from the game, you'd never walk away from the game in a better situation. Some people will say, but you didn't make the play. We made the play. We finished something that was absolutely remarkable.
The Baltimore Ravens are Super Bowl champions.
And that's why Cable Zero Train was the favorite call 3 times in a row.
Truly a treasured moment in Ravens history. That 2012 Ravens team was the 4 seed in the AFC that season after finishing the regular season with a 10-6 record and winning the AFC North. So not exactly Super Bowl favorites entering the tournament, which kind of reminds me of this year's team, right? There have been ups and downs, but anything is possible once you make the postseason. And for this 2024 Ravens team, continuing to focus on playing their best football in December and into January is top of their minds. And a win on Sunday against the Eagles will bring them that much closer to a playoff berth. Coming up on Ravens Report, it's Thanksgiving in Baltimore. The Ravens spread cheer and dish on their favorite sides.
My favorite Thanksgiving side is broccoli cheese casserole.
Gotta go with mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. Mac and cheese for sure. My favorite side is probably candy yams. Those are definitely my favorite.
Stuffing.
Sometimes they'll make like a corn casserole thing in Iowa. It's pretty good. I also say mashed potatoes and gravy is pretty good. You can put gravy on pretty much anything.
Sweet potato casserole. My favorite Thanksgiving side is for sure dressing.
Welcome back to Ravens Report. As you saw, this team enjoyed the Thanksgiving holiday, and we hope you did too. And as they do every year, Ravens players spread out around Baltimore to celebrate the spirit of giving for those in need.
Right. Good job.
There you go. Happy Thanksgiving.
So it's Thanksgiving season, which means the Ravens are out and about serving our community across Baltimore. In total, we're handing out 1,400 turkeys and 1,400 bags of sides to community members across the state.
Oh, he got it. He got it. It's awesome just to have
many of my teammates come out, show support, not just for me, but for the community. And when guys give back to the community, that just speaks volume. I feel like that's what it's all about.
Let's go, Ravens! Let's go, Ravens!
It's a blessing, honestly, because even for some of our guys that are on this roster, we might have been in this position when we were growing up. So to kind of have an opportunity to be a blessing and to give back, and not only give back, but also give back in a time where it's about food, family, and togetherness, it's a wonderful thing.
Ravens! Ravens! Ravens!
Coolest part about Thanksgiving is it's completely player run. Our players are the ones that are paying for the turkeys. They're the ones handing them out.
It just reminds you what you do it for. Young men, young ladies that love and support you through it all, wins and losses, and they just want to be a part of what we do each day.
Well, as the principal of this school, I see my families every day. I know what they're going through economically. A lot of people are struggling. These times are hard, and they're going to look to the school to help. So we had the help of the Ravens and Mr. Roquan Smith and his generous heart. You're giving people hope, and we did that tonight, and it was really nice.
It means a lot for myself just being able to be in the position that I'm in, being able to give back in the way that I am, because I feel like that's what life is all about. I'm grateful to be in this position, grateful for the city of Baltimore, grateful for the Ravens, and grateful for everyone that's been able to make this whole thing possible.
From feasting with family and the community to feasting on the field. Coming up on Ravens Report, this Eagles player is carving up opposing defenses. So how can the Ravens gobble him up? We'll be right back.
It starts in the heat. The days are long.
Work to the ball!
Repetition is the rule of law, and the August sun presides as judge. Time stands still. Players are challenged, broken down, and built up again. And a team is forged like links on a chain. And this team is built to endure as the heat turns to cold. December football is finally upon us. Cold air fills our lungs, and the daily battles test our strength. As the stakes grow week by week, we're guided by a singular focus, a persistence formed in the fire. It's not about being perfect, but chasing perfection. It's stacking the small wins and casting them into victories. After all, iron sharpens iron. And December is our time to conquer.
Welcome back to Ravens Report. We have another exciting matchup this Sunday, and we're back at home at M&T Bank Stadium. It's your 8-4 Ravens hosting the 9-2 Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles have won 7 straight and are one of the favorites in the NFC. I mean, you have the top 2 leading rushers, the league's leading passer, 2 of the best offenses. This is going to be a heavyweight fight in December. So for the Ravens defense, I know it's way easier said than done, but you have to minimize Saquon Barkley's impact. What Derrick Henry is doing in the AFC, this guy is doing in the NFC. Barkley is coming off a career high and franchise record 255 rushing yard performance just a week ago, where he also added 47 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns, while setting a new Eagles record for total yards from scrimmage in a single game. Oh, and Barkley's 2 touchdowns last week were runs of 70 and 72 yards. This guy is good. So you aren't going to completely stop him, let's be honest. But you have to limit his big playmaking ability. He can move the chains, keep the Eagles' offense on the field, and burn the clock. So this second-ranked Ravens run defense will have its hands full. Making someone else step up and be the focal point of that offense is a huge priority for the Ravens. But listen, it's not just Saquon. This Eagles' third-ranked total offense is full of playmakers who will punish you if you let them. So limiting big, explosive plays will be critical. Now, on the other side of the ball, I think at this point in the season, we all know good things happen for the Ravens offense when they run the ball. Against the Chargers, Derrick Henry was the thunder with his 24 carries for 140 rushing yards. And Justice Hill was the lightning with his career-long 51-yard touchdown run. The Ravens are undefeated, 5-0. When Derrick Henry gets at least 20 carries in a game. Baltimore is also 7-0 when Henry has at least 85 rushing yards. So Derrick getting the ball is clearly a recipe for success. 22 wears down the defense and then 43 strikes when the iron is hot. And I'd love to see Keaton Mitchell get back into the mix too. I know he's still working his way back from injury, but he had such an explosive rookie season. I just can't wait to see him toting the rock again. Listen, it's the Ravens' #1 offense facing off against the Eagles' #1 defense. So as always, taking care of the football, limiting penalties, and taking advantage of scoring opportunities is going to be important for Lamar and co. And I'll leave you with this. Lamar Jackson is 23-1 as a starter against the NFC, the best ever interconference winning percentage by a QB in NFL history. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.